Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about confidence in being in a wheelchair. So, number one, I feel like you have to have confidence within yourself. You have to believe that, like, you're the baddest bitch in the room. Second, you have to have a good support system around you. Third, I love to go out with my friends. I love to have a good time. I love to just not worry, about issues that may have happened that day. I just love to be Angelica at the end of the day and not the disabled content creator. I love doing content, and that's my goal. That's my lifelong goal, is to explore my journey and to tell my journey to you guys and to mentor people. But I love going out with my friends. I love having a good time. I love just being a normal young adult. I am normal. I just have some unique circumstances. But luckily, I have a team that supports me in that. And what I do is, if I'm going out with my friends, I make sure that I have nothing to do the next day because it just takes a lot of energy out of me. And like I have to navigate. I have to navigate around spaces. I have to navigate around people. I have to it's just a lot. So what I normally do is make sure my schedule's clear and start getting ready, like having my outfit on, having my makeup on, getting a shower, like doing all that stuff. Because it normally takes me a good hour to get like my glam done. And I say my glam done, which is my makeup done by my assistant or myself. It depends, if I have good solid 3 hours or a solid 1 hour. If I have 3 hours, then maybe I could do it myself. If I have a solid 1 hour, that's Kathy's job. To get me ready and all that stuff. And also I feel like public speaking gives me confidence. Also mentoring gives me confidence. And also like what I wear. When I say that, it's like what I wear and like making sure it looks good on my body. It gives me confidence. Cause like I'm not like a regular wheelchair person. I love my style. I like tighter things. I like suction. I like, I love it all. So I love when something fits me correctly and it's like giving the vibe I want it to give. I also love when I meet someone that's not familiar with my disability, because then it like is a unique conversation. And sometimes, but I mostly love when I shift the perspective on my disability or the disability community. Because, like, ideally we do whatever we want to do. We just make it a little bit different. And it may look complicated, but I learned to laugh at all my mishaps because that's just how I deal with things. But it does make our life entertaining. And I would say back to my support system, like I have tons of people that support me on my daily life, in my daily living. But I'm the director of the ship. So I say if I don't like something, or I say how the flow's gonna go, or I say, or I manage if I'm presenting or what I present on, or, so I do all that. It comes from me. the direction of the ship comes from me. And sometimes it's a lot to deal with, because sometimes it just becomes a lot to deal with, because I'm managing and I'm going with the flow of my body, and I want to do it all. But the reality is, some days my body can't. So it's all about that balance. And yeah, so that's just how I deal with my confidence, is doing like YouTube and making content that I want to put out there. Because at the end of the day, like, who cares what other people say? As long as you like it and you love it and you're here, then, do whatever you want to do. And I love when I get to mentor like young 5-year-olds. That gives me fire inside of me to keep on doing what I do, because they're like, oh my god, you're so inspiring, like, how do you deal with this, or how do you deal with that, or oh my god, should I go to this dance? And I'm like, go, like, go on, get dressed up, do your thing. Because I get DMs from parents all the time being like, how do you deal with this? Or how do you deal with that circumstance? Or, oh my god, she doesn't want to go to this dance, or, So I love giving people confidence and like, being like, oh, it just gives me, I just love doing what I do at the end of the day. And I feel like without my disability, I don't know what I would be doing. Because it also gives me a unique perspective and a unique outlook. And sometimes I just laugh, because I'm like, oh my god, we still have a long way to go in the whole disability community, disability spectrum world. But I would just be like, if you want to look cute, if you want to look sexy, go for it. Because we only live once. So YOLO. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. Bye.